Hello, adventurers of all shapes and sizes! My name is Chance, and welcome to a very special episode of my Spellbook. Today we're going to be taking a look at mounted combat in D&D 5e. It's something I haven't seen a whole lot of people talk about, and since we've done the Fine Seed spell recently, I think it's in good taste to get this out of the way so everyone's familiar with the rules. And I also find mounted combat is one of the most overlooked methods of combat in 5e. A lot of people just don't know about it, and because of that, they don't really like to act on it. So hopefully I'll be able to explain it to you in a way that makes sense. Now, without further ado, let's take a look at the requirements for a mount. So as per the PHB, a mount must be a willing creature that is at least one size larger than you and has the appropriate anatomy for mounting. What that means is no mounting any gelatinous cubes, although I would think that'd be pretty cool, but that's just my interpretation. Now, without we've established that, so size +1, and must be able to put a saddle on it in one form, fashion, or another, or at least some way of comfortably riding it. Now let's get into mounting and dismounting here. Once during your move, you can use half of your normal movement to mount. So if your normal movement is 30 feet, like it is for most races, you would have to use half of that to mount a creature. Very similar to how standing up from falling prone works, which makes a lot of sense, as you might imagine. When a mount is forced to move against your will, or its will, you must succeed a DC 10 Dexterity save or be knocked prone. You make the same save if you are knocked prone as well. So if someone hits you with Sapping Sting or hits you with a command spell or anything like that, you would make the same save. It's pretty cool, makes a lot of sense. The reason why it's either your or its will is because there's actually different rules that are applied for if a mount is operating independently of you or if a mount is actually operating under your control. So there are two different caveats there, but the same rule applies regardless. If your mount is knocked prone, however, you can use your reaction to fall on your feet. Otherwise, you are dismounted and forced prone. I can't really think of an advantage to not using your reaction. The only exception to that might actually be if you've used your reaction for something else at some point during that combat and no longer have access to it. So just bear that in mind as well. And to be fair, I think that's a pretty fair compromise. You don't take any fall damage. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff. It's pretty dang smooth. Now let's get into the control mechanics for mounts. So when it comes to mounts in general, there's two ways to let them operate. You can control them outright, or you can let them act independently. So if you let them act independently, which is only done with wildly intelligent creatures, I think the book cites gold dragons as the example. So ludicrously intelligent creatures, then they can act independently of you altogether. However, anything that's trained, so like a donkey, horse, whatever, you're going to be controlling that one. You can't let it act independently. While you are controlling the mount, their initiative changes to match yours, which makes sense. It moves as you direct it, and it can dash, disengage, and dodge as actions. That's it. It's pretty limiting, but it makes sense for what you're asking them to do, right? If a mount is independent, however, they retain their own initiative. They do not follow your orders. They can do whatever they want. And they have no restrictions on their actions, so they can use their breath, they can attack, they can do anything, doesn't matter. Regardless, however, if a mount provokes an attack of opportunity, you can be targeted instead of the mount. So what this means is if the gold dragon you're on accidentally provokes an attack of opportunity, the attacker can actually choose to target you instead of the dragon, despite the fact that the dragon acted independently on its own turn. You're still dragged into that exact same conflict. Make sense? Fantastic. That's pretty much all there is to talk about regarding mounting. If you have any ideas, concepts, thoughts, concerns, opinions, please let me know down in the comment section beneath. I really do appreciate it. And if you like that cool hand-drawn dragonborn up on the screen and you like your own hand-drawn D&D character, please check out the guild hall to figure out exactly how to do that. Thank you so much, everyone. I really do appreciate it. I hope you have a great day, and as always, happy adventuring.